So I read this and I didn't read it. Some girl made a video about it. I thought it's a useful topic to talk about, so I'm just going to chat about it too. Okay, so why are internet girlies getting online and talking about rebranding, branding? Why? And then why do we have to have a certain conversation about Instagram face? Why do we have to talk about soft girl life? It's because some people are faking it. Like, I can see everything in my room right now. I know what it is. I know how much it costs. I know the value of it because I bought it. If you didn't buy it, then you actually might not know like how much things cost, what's the value of things, what's worth what. This is why we have to have conversations about the fact that like there are beautiful people and then there are people who are not beautiful, because beauty is a commodity, even if you personally are sitting here believing that it's not. It is, and everyone is not beautiful, and no amount of makeup is going to change an ugly girl from ugly to beautiful. What it does is improve her ugliness. Plastic surgery, on the other hand, could, as we've seen with Kylie Jenner, right? You can purchase an entire new face and then your face can be more attractive. But I still think it's important to talk about how you were born, simply because like how you're born is just important if you choose to have offspring. If you're not planning to have any offspring, in that case, you should probably just plastic surgery yourself away, because it doesn't matter. Like, but at the same time, like, even I think it's kind of unfair, because if everyone's getting plastic surgery to look like us, the beautiful people, then there won't be any ugly people left to laugh at. And like, in the same way that like ugly people like to make fun of all the things that beautiful people do, and they're like, he, she did this and she did that, and she's a slut and she's a broke and she's a blah blah blah, and she doesn't have this, well she didn't have college, oh she has a bad job, oh blah blah blah, she's so whatever, insert slur here. Well, ha ha ha, you're ugly, shut the fuck up, okay? And we get to laugh about that. There's two sides to every token. Now, the other part of this that I think is just useful to say is that like the reason that other people are talking about rebranding is because there's like a hierarchy, right? In the same way that everyone's giving these number systems, right? There's a number system amongst beauty too, especially for influencers and men and women, everybody. So like there's an attractiveness metric among men and women. So some women are like more attractive than others. And there's a lot of different aspects there. There's like height, weight, skin clarity, bone structure, symmetry of face, complexion. There's like body types, curviness, thinness. There's all of these different metrics, right? So there's not like one ideal thing. It's kind of like whatever your category is. Like if you're like the thin Kaya Gerber looking chick, like that's its own thing. But like the people who like Kaya Gerber, like those aren't the people who like me. Like we're different, but we're in kind of different categories. Like the people who like Jasmine Tukes even are probably not the people who like me. Like the people who like me are probably like the people who like Zoe Saldana's, or like maybe more like Lais Ribeiro's. Like I would say we're kind of similar, but I still think we have quite a lot of differences. So it's like all of those things, right? And I don't think it makes sense to judge all of those different types of women, because they're all beautiful in their own particular ways. But then there are women who like literally just don't have as many beauty tokens as those women, like Leslie Jones, or not even to be funny, but I would even say like Nia Long, or like Keke Palmer, or like let's just insert a white one so we can be fair, Lana Del Rey, right? Like those women are cute, very cute, cute women, cute. Kelly Stamps, cute, cute. And I love it because like those women get to have spaces too. And I think the reason that people are talking about rebranding is because even if you don't have genetic beauty on your side, you can have like clean girl aesthetic where you're just like, well, I take care of myself. Even though that's not really like an aesthetic, it's more like a lifestyle. You're just literally saying, I like wash my clothes and I take showers and I like go to the dentist and I go to the doctor. That's not really like a lifestyle as much as it is like some really normal shit that everyone does, but whatever. I'm just gonna leave that alone. I think it's kind of funny, especially just in the age of like house cleaners, like everybody has a house cleaner, to talk about clean girl aesthetic. I feel like you're just saying I am poor or I have an ambition to be a stay-at-home girlfriend, which if you are the person who has an ambition to be a stay-at-home girlfriend, I'm not even mad at you. Like, somebody's got to do it. And honestly, if you have figured out a scam out of working, great. But also, working actually isn't like that bad. It's not that bad, okay? But I will say, if you can figure out a situation where you're with someone who's taking you to dinner every night, every night, okay, or like once a week, and they're paying the rent, you probably got a good thing going. So I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, yeah, you probably got a good thing going. Now, the other thing I will say, and I'll just keep saying this over and over, people, y'all really keep thinking that things are equal and that like, especially all these ugly niggers who keep making like songs about black pretty girls. You know, I was gonna hold those hateful Chris Brown albums and just not release them, but I'm actually going to release them. I feel like we need to have those out into society to balance some shit out, right? Because like, I can't take one more video by dusty ass Anderson .Paak or Corday trying to say really anything about women in general, but especially black women. Like, I'm sorry, bro, but I don't care how much money you make. Like, Naomi Osaka doesn't have enough pretty tokens for you to be out here like this. Like, I know all the other dusty losers are supporting you because you found a woman. Finding a woman is like not that difficult. Like, the world is full of billions of people. It really shouldn't be that hard for you to find a woman. Like, and you found one. And Naomi Osaka has quite a lot of accolades, right? She's got like trophies from tennis and she seems really kind. Like, so many things that are like good. Like, just hold on to that, but don't come for other people, right? Don't try to give like moral advice to everyone else. Well, maybe like just don't slut shame. That's the thing that I shouldn't say that. If you want to be on the moral police, like, there's a way to praise morality without like slut shaming. Like, because that's what like, if he wants to be the person, and this is the same thing that I've said about like Nick Cannon or Andrew Tate or any of the others, like, if they wanted to devote their lives to Christ, then why does he keep making trap hood music about how poor and unorthodox he grew up? Like, his whole life, because of his parents and his personal genes and his personal poverty, was awful. That doesn't have nothing to do with the rest of us, nigga. That's you. Like, that was your shit. Hold on to your shit and your story. But don't bring it out like all the rest of us are living like that and all of us have that struggle. Like, we don't. Like, no lie. Like, we don't. I can't speak to that. I don't relate. Okay, like, just, I don't know, like, I'm sorry that Corday grew up so awful. Maybe his parents should have been better, but according to the genetic lottery, they weren't. So, sorry, loser, but that's your personal life. Just leave the rest of us alone, okay? There's a way to tell your story without bringing somebody else down. Which is another reason I feel like it's so useful to separate yourself from other people, because then they start dragging you into their story, which doesn't make any sense. You're like, no, you personally are struggling. It's not a collective we struggle, it's just you. I also want to talk for a second about, like, I don't understand what guys boast about, like, because I heard guys today talking about hoeing. Oh, I got this girl, I'm gonna smash this girl, oh, this girl, blah, blah, oh, she said this, oh, she said all these things about all these women, right? And they're like, so it's like all they want to do is just consume. They're like actively trying, going out of their way to like take things from women. They're like, I want to have sex with her, I want to buy her dinner, and then never call her again. Like, that's what they're saying. They're all laughing about it. And it's like, and then guys are also on the same, in the same breath being like, women are sluts, women are awful, women are evil. Make it make sense. Houseway. Separate yourself. Just, it's the best advice I could give, because then you just don't have to be a part of the narrative, which is kind of exhilarating in a lot of ways. It's like shit is happening and you're like, oh, this doesn't have anything to do with me, like, at all. Like, it just doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm so sorry. I wish I cared, but I don't.